Hi everyone. So transpiration and translocation are two processes students struggle to get their heads around sometimes, mainly because I think it's to do with plant biology. So let's try and break this down so it's a bit more easy to understand. There are a few key cells you need to know of in terms of transpiration and translocation. So first off, maybe let's start with these cells here. These are xylem vessels, so xylem, and we've also got phloem tubes. Okay, so a good place to start is thinking about how you might label these, some key features, just like any other specialized cell that you might have. So here we've got xylem vessels have thick walls made of a special chemical called lignin. That means they provide support and don't burst. So that's one key feature. You might also see here that there are tiny pores. So tiny pores allow water and minerals to enter. And that's the main job of xylem vessels. They transport water and minerals. And actually, all these cells are dead. So these dead cells, and also no cell walls between cells, means that water can flow more easily. So they're for xylem vessels. You've also got these phloem tubes, and again, just like xylem vessels, you can see they have holes at the end that allows flow between the sieve cells, and there's only a small amount of cytoplasm, which means, can you see there's only a small amount of cytoplasm here. So that means that you've got more space to transport substances. In phloem tubes, it's actually made up of two cells. You've got sieve cells and companion cells. So companion cells, they have an adaptation here, and you might just be able to make that out. They have lots of mitochondria for active transport. So I kind of think of xylem vessels and phloem tubes as the blood vessels of plants, if you will. So let's have a look then at these two processes of transpiration and translocation, and I'll just keep that up there just so that we can kind of try and compare them. So transpiration is movement of water from roots through the plant. So that's one key thing about transpiration. Translocation is slightly different. It still uses these kind of transport vessels. Oops. Translocation. So this one is movement of sugars. Now, in fact, it's sucrose that is the sugar that's transported. And you might remember that's due to osmosis, the effect of osmosis, because if it was transported as glucose, it would start to affect the osmosis of cells. So it's movement of sugars through the plant. Okay, so transpiration, what's next? Well, yeah, we already know that this is through xylem, whereas translocation happens through sieve cells of phloem. And actually, just a point to make out is that sieve cells of the phloem are living, whereas xylem are dead. Okay, so final one to mention about transpiration is that it's only in one direction. The transport is only in one direction, and it's driven by evaporation from leaves. And you might remember that that is through stomata. I'll just move those up. Through stomata. Whereas translocation is what we call flow is bidirectional. So that's up or down, and it's two areas in the plant where sucrose is needed. So just a quick comparison of transpiration and translocation.